With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They'll try and start the drive here with Gore. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd and 9. Now Manning. It's complete to Cruz. Only able to gain a couple there. 3rd and 7 now. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Manning now throwing quickly to the flat. Oh, a nice spin. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd down and 6. From the pistol, it's Gore. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Manning looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determine that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. Griffin's throw pulled in by Lamb. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. To throw is RG3. A short little throw taken in by Reed. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On the 6. Panther 11, Panther 11. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Hey, Trash. 19 Lions. Ready.
On 1st and 10, it's Griffin. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
70 Lions.
Oh, he fakes a spike. But it's not going to work. He'll go down. They got him. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Let's go.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9.
1979 Broncos. 18 Pioneer.
Out of the gun, Griffin. Flushed out right. And he's going to go down again. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, second quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Okay, break. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Now a handoff inside, it's Peyton. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Throwing now is Manning. Dancing to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Throwing is Manning on third down, eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan, that is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on fourth down to punt this thing. .46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. Got a man, it's Patterson complete. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Now they'll change things around before the snap. Griffin. Being chased out left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Griffin. Sliding out of the pocket. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. This is taken at the 18. Breaks a tackle. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. After a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And Charles, a scoreless first half. How does that change how you assess things here moving forward?
Well, it doesn't change it a whole lot because remember, it's still scoreless, which means you're starting from 0 again, so you just have 1 half to play instead of 2. What I would look at my play sheet, though, and see is something that maybe loosens things up for my guys, gets a smile on their faces, and gets them going to begin the second half.
RG3 outside of the pocket, you know that's where he can be really dangerous with the feet or here the arm.
And that scares defenses in a big way because his ability to break ranks and still make big throws, or as you suggested, take off and go, how do you defend that when he's on his game?
1st and 10, it's Patterson. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Hurt. Buffalo 18. Go.
From the shotgun, Griffin. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up third down.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Trap 50, trap 50. Ready.
Griffin. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away.
Work.
51 yards on the punt there. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They fake the handoff. Now Manning. He's got it complete to Clark. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Second down and 4. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. They run with Gore out of the shotgun. That is brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Get that quarterback.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
19 tight.
On second down, a run with Patterson. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
60 Eagles. Cup night team. Cup night Warriors. 70. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Dragon 60. 60 Bearcats. 60 Bearcats.
Throwing now, Griffin on first down. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that will bring up second down. So these two teams will take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium as we're through 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. this a 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Griffin. Rolling to his right. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Vikings on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3. From midfield now, here's Griffin. And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in the game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. In case you were wondering, last scoreless tie in the NFL, 1943, Giants and Lions. So here we are in the 4th quarter, nothing yet on the scoreboard.
Well, I've got a feeling, partner. I've got a feeling that this is going to be the drive. In fact, something big might happen defensively.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Quinnen Williams, so hard to block, and he shows it that time, making the tackle for loss. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Again they run, again it's Gore. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things. They've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
To throw is Manning. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 30-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Buffalo 18. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
Here's Griffin to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And in the second half of a tie game, every decision gets magnified. And here, if he forces this ball, it could be intercepted. So that's the prudent play to just airmail it out of bounds.
Here comes 2nd down.
Mustang 19. Trap 60, trap 60.
Now Griffin. He'll buy some time right. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Well, after incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10.
10 through 11. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick, 19 Lions, 79 Broncos.
Now Griffin. They'll roll him out right. He finds his man complete. It's Patterson. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here.
19 tight, 19 tight. Street.
They'll give it to Patterson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
Cup 19. Street. Warrior 70. Go.
Now Griffin. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Well, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is 3rd down now.
60 Bobcats. 18 Rattler. Ready.
Griffin. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made in my estimation.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Back to throw. Manning. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Now Manning. Caught. It's Cruz left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Here's Peyton up the middle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now the Colts moving quickly here in the hurry-up offense. Throw on the right side, complete to Harrison. Oh, what a nice tackle there. That will hardly move the needle at all offensively. A very short game.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, they go to Dickerson. Oh, he'll wind up losing yardage on the play. You cannot have that. And also, 4th down now. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Manning indeed going for it on 4. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. So the Vikings going to get the first chance to possess the football as we are back underway here in overtime. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. And another timeout taken by the Colts. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT.
Buffalo 18. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Mustang 19.
First throw in overtime now for Griffin. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face, good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And yep, indeed, the flag is out. The Vikings send out their punter on for a very important punt here in overtime. And shedding through the tackle. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
But what they're seeking with an RPO is space for the receiver to make a catch and then make a play downfield, but there wasn't any space available, thus the incompletion.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
On 3rd and long, it's Manning. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner, and that quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Lamb to return it. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again, so it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Let's go now.
2nd and 10.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. 18, Pioneer. 19 tight, 19 tight.
Now it's Griffin. Eluding the pressure right. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Patterson. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Little OT scramble drill that time, Mr. Davis.
And partner, I can tell you from personal experience, nothing drives a defense crazier than having things covered and the quarterback takes off and picks up a first down or big yardage. Because whether you're in zone or man, it's easy to lose track of him because you don't always have someone assigned to him. And once he goes, now everybody's scrambling to try and tackle him. Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Here's Griffin. That's complete to Lamb.
And he'll be out right at the 35. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Now Griffin on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it. Keeping the aggression going on defense in overtime here, a 1st down blitz.
You know you can get burned on it big time if they pick it up, but in this situation, they brought the blitz, put some pressure on the QB, and he wasn't able to complete a pass downfield.
Now a 2nd and 10.
60 Bobcat, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Buffalo 18. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
To throw is RG3, sliding out of the pocket. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
Mustang 19. Trap 60, trap 60. Go street. Panther 11, Panther 11.
Once again, Griffin. A throw left sideline falls incomplete. The defense does its job. Now they're going to get the ball here in overtime with a chance to win it.
Major league kudos to them because to get the ball back in this spot, everything was on them. They had to happen, and they pulled it off. They'll get it back for their offense with a chance to win.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Well, this is a pretty rare situation here, Charles. You get into overtime, neither team coming through with even a field goal on their first drive. So now, sudden death with the time remaining. Next score wins.
And now I would say that going at it might be a little bit easier for both teams now because they've eased into overtime. That first series, boy, everything on the line then. Now you've seen what a defense is thrown at you. You can make some adjustments, and all you need is 3 points to win it.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Here's Gore now, running out of the gun. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Here's second and 10. On the give, here comes Peyton. And this is not going to be what they needed. They get a few here, but now third down as the clock runs. One overtime, how about two? We need another. We're still even. We'll switch sides and have that second overtime in just a moment. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Throwing is Manning. Drops it underneath to goal. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Now a give, it's Peyton. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Defensively, it was none other than Mean Joe Green making the tackle. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Here's Manning to throw. Steps away. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
And once he escaped the pocket there, he tried to keep those eyes downfield, but nothing was materializing. So he makes a smart move and gets that to the sideline.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. On play action, it's Manning out to his left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And in double overtime, this needs to be a good one. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Second and 12.
19 Lions. 79 Broncos.
And now an audible here into something else.
70 Lions. Let's go, let's go.
Now Griffin back into his end zone. Oh, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Bobby Okereke.
And it won't be a pick six, but he will have his guys set up at the 2-yard line.
Well, partner, it's kind of like a hot potato right now. Who wants this thing? Both teams have had multiple possessions here in overtime, and neither able to pull away with a victory.
And I think both head coaches are scratching their heads trying to figure out what strategy is it going to take to give us a chance to win this thing, because rarely do we see a game get this deep into overtime. And by the way, partner, your plane just pulled away from the gate. You're not going to get home tonight.
The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt.